What do you know and what do you say? Hi neighbor, throw all your worries away. You are now in my power, Cookie. You've been hypnotized. I am in your power. You will do anything I tell you. Anything. In a little while, I will wake you up. And when you wake up, you won't know that I've told you to do anything.
We're gonna clown around.
Oh, look at this horn.
Clown-based life forms.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Clown-Based Lifeforms. We're live from Zebulon 5. I hope you're all doing well. Hello, chat, and hello, Aaron. How's life in the slop mines? Treating you well?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Get
yeah. Actually, I've got a new product I want to run by you, Aaron. Right? I need your like live reaction, right? As like a marketing consultant, right?
All right.
Check it out. Grape, right? Like, we'll sell it to like everyone, okay? Like everyone loves grape, okay? You can have a grape with the gang, right? We can have like a line, grape for kids, right? Like, you know, it's very democratic, right? You can get all of your friends together, have a nice like grape. Many kinds of products we can like put this in. We're even working on this idea of like governance as grape, actually, right? You know, it's potentially huge upside.
Grape, huh?
Yeah,
wow.
grape, yeah.
I like it. It's bold. It's grape. You know, it's like, hey man, what are you doing? Oh, I don't know. Graping. Mm.
That's right. We're just just going around, just graping, looking for a bit of grape. My understanding is that there's like massive potential for this in you know, Africa and the Middle East markets, India particularly, right? It's going to be huge, and the trick, right, is to take something that is usually basically free, right, and sell it in a convenient form, right? And you know, of course, the marketing, you know what I mean, right? We have to make grape aspirational, right? We have to like speak to the modern grapist, right? Just be like, you know, you don't want to be just one of those like schlubs, you know, just graping around, right? You want to aspire to be a proper grapist, right? Think of like the Tate brothers.
What a mental flashbang way to start the show.
I think, right, this could be the next huge thing, right? We've done some market research and we have discovered, right, that grape is just, it's incredibly popular.
Yeah, you see,
with certain populations.
what we need here is a mascot. See, is that girl from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory available?
That's right. That's an excellent point. We need a grape mascot.
I wonder who we could choose.
Choose life. Choose grape. Oh God. Yeah, it's been one of those weeks, mate, right?
I know. I can hear it in your voice.
I'm just oh mate, I just fucking like it's been rough over here, man, right? Like, you know, trying to keep spirits up, right? You know, trying to like really dive into that like dark humor kind of thing. Hitting the wall a couple of times there.
Really? Gee, I wonder why.
But see, you just, you know, you help, right? Like, you know, by being so like sort of chipper, right? It amazes me, right? Like how in the slot mines, we're thinking of taking you out of it actually and making you like senior grape advisor. You can go around the world carrying the message of grape, right? It'll be a nice change of pace after all the like, you know, all the DEI stuff that you've like had to do, you know, and all the, you know, anti-misogyny training. You really, you know, get your teeth in your groin, like right into it.
Teeth in the hang on, I need to put on my servile voice. Teeth in the groin? You got it, sir.
Teeth in the groin. And this is the other thing, right? Once we get this sort of like, you know, off the ground, right? We have like a whole bunch of like lifestyle accessories, right? Cybernetic attachments, right? To make your grape easier. Certain, you know, mobile apps to tell you where the best graping spots are. You know what I mean, right? Like what time the school's let out. Oh, it'll be glorious. We're gonna make like so much money destroying society. And at the end of the day, isn't that what it's all about, bro?
Apparently.
Oh God. Speaking of grape, tonight we are covering the weirdest phenomena I've seen out of melanated America for a while, bros. This shit was, mate, it was all over my fucking timeline. Let's go. I was just like, the ninjas, they're at it again, bro. I think because of the changes in EBT, and they can't like buy, I don't know, Coca-Cola or something like that, right? They have discovered the culinary art, right? Who says ninjas never invented anything, man? Right? They have invented the incredible culinary experience of taking like pineapple spears and dousing them in Kool-Aid and Hennessy. And I just
wait, what?
what I like the most about it, right, is like the simple things give them such joy. Right? Like it's just right, like, you know, it's like a child who's like, I don't know, right, like discovered that they can eat grass or something like that, and they're like, oh, you know, the wonder suffuses their eyes. And it's the same thing, right? Like the wonder that, you know, that they get discovering they can put like shampoo on shrimp, or, you know, Captain Crunch on chicken wings. It's mate, I just wish I could get that much joy.
Hang on. Hold on 1 second. Did you say shampoo?
I did.
Are they eating shampoo?
Yes, sir. They are eating shampoo.
You have got to be kidding me.
I mean, look, the clip is in the stack. I think
the stack.
I have a stack. Actually, I guess I may as well. I think the person in this stack maybe how do I put this delicately? Mentally, well, retarded, right? I mean, I just I don't know. I can't even tell anymore. Wait, hang on, come on. Where is it in the stack? Here we go. So, this I mean, this is basically sort of a Lovecraftian horror, really, right? When Shub-Niggurath, right, meets Cthulhu, and Cthulhu has come out the worse off because the goat with 1,000 young has consumed the tentacular horror. I'm like, look at this shit, right? Look, if I didn't see this like with my own TikTok eyes, I'm not sure I'd even believe this was real. This is the kind of thing that is happening increasingly with the melanated community, right? Oh, but before we get into it, right, please just send super chats and all that kind of like other stuff. Oh shit, I didn't put it in the Sades, if you're there, can you stick someone stick the links in the chat? Oh, why am I like this? do the stream, like, get
Listen.
people to send money. Like,
Listen,
forget,
man, you're a comedian. You know, you don't got to know all this technical stuff. You're just being funny.
it's a special kind of like retarded brain damage that I have, right? I must have it here somewhere. Wait. Where the fuck do I have it, like in a text? Oh my god. No, I don't. No, I'd have to like go to the YouTube thing. Fuck it. Right. Like, no, well, I'm gonna have to do it. So, amuse the peanut gallery while I figure this out, Aaron.
Okay. Well, kids, it's another lovely day out here. We're going to be talking about culinary inventions from a part of the planet you were never supposed to see.
Right.
We haven't seen anything this cool since dish soap on chicken.
Do you think this is going to be a new Jim Jones thing? I mean, right? Like, you know, we'll get like a new version of the someone in the chat. It's in the description. Thank you very much. Yes, the links are in the description.
Unreal. See?
Oh mate, I'm firing on all fucking cylinders tonight. I'm telling you, bros. Yeah, so you can send via Ko-Fi, or if Ko-Fi won't work, you can send via Venmo. Please, for our sanity, London is fucking really, really, really expensive. So like anything you can spare, send us your witty comments. And now on to the greatest culinary experience ever invented by melanin kind.
Look at that, yo. Drench, seasoned.
So look, we're gonna destroy you.
With the lobster tail.
Lobster tail?
I'm sorry.
I can't afford lobster. What the fuck? Nothing says poverty more, right, than like this ninja being like, I'm up here, I'm very big. So I got some lobster tail. Like, what the fuck?
This is a Ruffles and lobster tail sandwich.
Man, I could go some fucking lobster tail right now. You know how fucking expensive shit is here. Where's my fucking lobster tail? I know. I need to. I clearly need those like melanin injections, right? I like, you know, get some like lip filler and stuff like that, and then just like go over to America and pretend to be like black.
And you get it all for free. It's all good.
I'll be sucking off that teat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Ugh.
Out the eco bucket. Baby, tap in. Come here and get the best spicy though.
So when I rated out of 10,
there it is.
I'll add another 0 to the end of that amount.
That is shampoo. She is pouring on the fuck.
Zero added calories.
What flavor of shampoo is it? Oh my god!
This is right here. This is what we call clean eating. Mm-hmm.
The horror.
Yeah.
Ow. With the shampoo sauce. They about to be overly.
Oh dear.
Oh, you know what? You know, went rap.
Oh.
It's so tender. It's juicy. And it's blessed with flavors. Sorry to y'all both. Bitch, here I go.
Ow.
Oh my god. What are we gonna do? We're all doomed.
This is like what the horrors that I am witnessing. And what the fuck is this, right? Is there a store of some kind?
I don't know. It looks like hell.
Did she even like pay for that, or did she just gone and like grabbed a bunch of shit off the shelves? And
it's
just,
a
like,
shoe store. Look, there's socks hanging in the background. There's shoes on the shelf underneath. She brought this into the shoe store. What was the thought there?
We finna have some shampoo, lobster tail, and octopus in shoe store.
You know, man, the white equivalent of this is me taking like a hunk of cheese into the Van store. Just like
that's right.
Shaving off a slice and going, man, that's some great cheddar. Hey boys, you want to try some of this cheddar? Wow, I love living in Wisconsin. And Jesus.
They do like that cheese. I'll tell you, white man and cheese. So this is the sensation that has been sweeping Black America. I've just got no interest in like going to any of these places, man. Like this is just, it's too much, right?
The viral Kool-Aid pineapples. These go for $20 a pop. Let me show you how to make it from scratch. And we got 4 different flavors, so let's tap in. Cut off the top and the bottom of your pineapples, then you're gonna go around the side just like that. Making sure you get rid of the core, you're gonna cut the outsides. Then you're gonna line your jars with your Kool-Aid. 1/4 cup of sugar in each one. Then you're gonna throw your water in that bad boy halfway. Shake that bad boy up. Top it off with a little bit of Hennessy. Pause, then top it off with some more sugar, and you already know this bussin'.
It's a pillar of sugar and alcohol. What the fuck is this?
It's bussin'. Man, like what do you need?
I wasn't listening. You're right. It's just bussin'.
But my favorite comment on this is from this guy. For decades, the left would point to disproportionate negative health outcomes as an example of systemic racism. You sure about that? You sure about that? Right?
Wait, what is going on here? What is this?
What, you never had like Hennessy Kool-Aid pickles, white boy?
Oh no!
I call this the diabetes special.
Hennessy pickles. Oh
my! I don't know whether the music will get us like copyright strike. Whatever, the fucking stream isn't monetized anyway. Fucking who gives a shit? All right, like do your worst, YouTube, you bastard. Now, now the thing is, right, I reckon like basically what's happened, right, is because of the change in the EBT rules, right? They've just discovered that they can like, get stuff like this and like flip it, because apparently these jars are like the new evolution of plates. You heard about plates?
No, I've never heard about.
It's because you're too white.
Oh.
See, if you was hood like me, if you was down in the streets, you'd know about them plates. Right, so plates is like you get the EBT, you go to the shop, cook up like a big like pot of like crawdad or something, like they'll cook up these huge things and they'll sell it out of the back of their car, because I guess everyone wants to live in India now, right?
I thought you were gonna say everyone wants to live in Indiana, and I was gonna be like, yeah, but apparently they do. That's an Indiana joke.
I mean, just look at this.
Oh no.
This is like,
what is in that box? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Unironically, more horrifying than a severed human head.
All right, give me your honest review now.
What? Oh, for God's sake.
I fuck with it. Yeah. 10 out of 10.
What is it?
Let me try this. Waffle. What you want to try one?
What that is? That shit nasty.
He's right. I can tell from
Finally.
here he's right.
Finally, the intelligent black man appears.
He takes
That
one
shit
bite and he's
nasty
like,
as hell. That shit nasty as hell. Like your cheap ass.
this man is, for this stack of videos, this man is our Gordon Ramsay. We need him to review everything we've seen so far. The bright colors are like, it reminds me, right, of the Shape Store, right? You've seen the Shape Store, right? Of course, it's in the Shape Store.
Okay, so fucking right. I'm just gonna play this for anyone who hasn't fucking like seen this, right?
Oh, this is great.
This is just so awesome.
Man, I got like 8 of these little new shapes.
pristine theatrics, man.
Now,
Incredible.
the thing is, right, it basically like sums up why I find like Black Americans exhausting, right? Like, you know, I don't necessarily like bear them like any ill will per se, but I find them like exhausting to be around. Like, you know, if I've got to be around them for like any serious like length of time, like, you know, when I was in like Memphis, I was like exposed to this, and it was just, I don't know, it was just weird, right? Like they're just so like loud, and like they might kick off at any moment, and you know, like I took like a bunch of cabs, right? Like when I was there, and you know, I like to talk to cab drivers because they always know like what the fuck's like going on in the ground, right? And it was just most of the cab drivers were Black and like women, right? And totally like they'd tell you where like the ninjas were, right? They'd be like, oh yeah, the ninjas all up in here. But every single Black cab driver I had started talking about like a relationship they had gone wrong. It was like so weird. You talk to them for about like 5 minutes, they'd start talking about like the, you know, their ex-wife or their girlfriend or something. I got like one cab where like this Black woman picked me up, and she was like concerned because the pickup was like near where her like ex worked, and she thought maybe her ex had like faked the cab pickup so that they could get into an argument or something. I was just like, fascinating behavior, man. It's just, mate, it's too much. So right, back to the this is the OG Pineapple Spears, man. This guy, he's an entrepreneur up in this bitch.
Man, often imitated, never duplicated. The original Kool-Aid pineapple. And listen, I'm taking this shit around the whole world. I don't care who's selling it in what city. My boy just got off work. He said he had to come straight from work to get these pineapple. Taste that juice. What is hitting on? They is not drinking y'all juice like this. Y'all better come get you some pineapple.
This ain't no pineapple, boy.
Hit like that.
Yes, sir.
That shit hitting like that. Come on, $20. Try the pineapple. Get into it. Try the pineapple.
Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie.
Get into it. Get into it. I'm telling you, I got blessed hands. The best in the motherfucking world. And y'all better be ready. Whatever city y'all in, drop it in the comments, because I'm coming with a pallet. Think I'm playing?
Yeah, y'all. It's what it take to take over the world. And I'm only showing y'all this because this shit all over the world right now. I done started a whole movement. You know what I'm saying? Pallets. Pallets. It's how you scale your business. Shit overly loaded. Come get you some.
That's how you scale your business.
I'm sorry. What was he? Can you translate for me? I didn't understand a word of that.
That's how you scale your business.
You scare your business? Who's he trying to scare? What's going on here?
It's you know, yeah. I mean, the prices are like, it's like $20 for like a jar of like pineapple with fucking Kool-Aid in it, right? $38 for two. What a fucking bargain. Overcount. I mean, does anyone know like where in America like this is from? Like,
oh Lord,
this is where all the magic happens. We source all our sugar.
He's got.
He's a crack. He's like basically like taking a break from dealing crack.
He's got like pineapples. I can't believe he's got Kool-Aid hose. I can't believe this shit.
Shit, yeah, man. I got the best Kool-Aid hose. You best believe my Kool-Aid hose are the best.
You've got to be kidding me. Look how serious.
Every last one of our Kool-Aid packets are hand selected, the finest of the finest. They used to think it was crack everybody was hooked on. The whole time it was sugar. And then this is our finished product. I like to call this shit Blue Magic. But next up, what we about to drop in the streets is about to be crazy, ain't that right, big boy?
That's their food scientist.
Is this real or AI? I can't even tell anymore. Like, is this real? Chat, is this real?
New spicy bowls, ain't nobody gonna be able to fuck with us. Yeah, tell me what that motherfucker talking about. Hold up. And a lot of y'all been using these motherfucking ruffles. Fuck them ruffles. We using lemon pepper wings. Tell me what that motherfucker talking about. Yeah. Straight drop. Yeah. That's that motherfucking straight drop. You're doing good, baby. Keep going. You wanna play? Huh? You tell me who is the player is. How do we get so many pineapple? What? No, that's okay. I do it myself, Molly Kong. Motherfuckers.
What the hell is that music? Hang on.
Willie!
This is Scarface, the Scarface remake by Netflix.
Mate, that's a great video. I didn't even know it was
It's
like
good.
It was a joke until the end. Holy shit! I just started like watching it. I was like,
But that's the nature of the shape store. You don't know if it's real. It kind of feels real. It's like a myth.
Artie sent me this.
What is
I hate
this?
when people talk about black women being obese. I hate it because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create. We are living in the Trump era. And look, those policies kill our people. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same. I hate when
Racism made you fat?
The real villain is racism, man.
Unreal. You have to envision how I do these streams. I sit here with a notebook and a pen.
Right.
And I lean back in my chair and I usually sit thoughtfully and I'm like, I should write this down. This time I'm just like scribbling all over the page, just trying not to lose my mind.
Let me guess. So far, you've written down buy pineapple spears, buy Hennessy.
Unbelievable.
You got to light the neighborhood on fire. Hey, no, wait, I've got an idea, right? What if we made like a white version of it with cheese? Right? Hey, we'll get like a jar of like cheese, like spears, right? Stick him in a jar and like, what would you use? Like, Kool-Aid is like too ghetto. Red wine. Yeah, red wine, right? You like fill it half up with like red wine and like water and like, some like nice tasteful spices, you know what I mean? Maybe a bay leaf or something like that, right? White people love that shit. You know how white people, they love that cheese. Red wine cheese.
I was waiting for when you were going to put the white monster in there, but
I don't know white monster and cheese, right? Like whether that would work, right? Look,
I don't know about pineapple and Kool-Aid there, buddy.
Well, don't knock it into. Look, I tell you what. Okay, mate, if that does not sort of tickle your fancy, how about some ghetto crunch?
What?
You haven't heard of ghetto crunch? You're not a fan of eating cornstarch?
Listen, man, they sell little cups of ramen at the gas station near my place, and they have like a gangster guy on the front. They're called wrap snacks. And I have thought about buying a cup of those and eating them on my show, and I don't have the stomach to do it. But someday I'm gonna walk in there and buy and look that Indian man directly in the eye and say, "Sir, I would like a cup of wrap snacks, please."
Now, look, see, we have, right, some men of culture in the chat, right? Scavenge is like, you got to put olives in it. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Alexander Freeman, cheese with Worcestershire sauce. See, fucking exactly. Like, look, we can build ourselves like a white empire, right? Cheese spears, Worcestershire sauce, bit of red wine, some olives, right?
Goat cheese rubbed with flower petals. Fantastic.
Sell
That's very white.
Sell it with some crackers on the side. You know what I mean, right? Oh, actually, that honestly sounds pretty good. So apparently, right, it is a thing where American blacks will eat raw cornstarch.
No.
I'm not 100% sure like what this is. I have seen it though, right? There's this very, very famous video that went around on 4chan that you know, the woman involved basically looks like the kind of thing you'd see on like matchboxes like way back in the 1800s. You know what I mean? Like the huge mouth and the teeth and the lips and just chewing on like cornstarch. For some reason they love this shit.
Ghetto crunch. Don't you worry about us running out because it ain't gonna happen. Fruit punch, OG original, lightly toasted. I got cotton candy, watermelon, they running through it. I got grape, ain't even been bust. Cookies and cream, ain't even been bust. Might just let it go wholesale. Cornstarch chunks, you guys, that's what it is. Bags full of it. Fruit punch. What this is right here. Pink lemonade. Cotton candy, watermelon, original. Come on, man. You can't buy me out. You can't do it. Ghetto crunch.
I have this sort of theory that anything the black community get a hold of basically turns into crack, right? Like, they'll find a way to like market it like crack. Fortunately, I am 100% sure that all of these innovative businesses are like totally paying tax and something like, that kind of stuff, right? It's not like, they've got like an incredible like advantage, just like, doing cash shit on the side or anything.
Oh no. Yeah, I would no. These are reputable businessmen. What are you saying? Oh, what is this?
Okay. So give this dude a follow. Scorched earth policy. Like this dude, the way this guy writes is like fucking amazing. Okay, right? So he tagged this onto the Shape Store, right? The Shape Store is the afterlife for black people. It represents the bacchanalian tempest of chaos that stirs in their hearts. It is neither heaven nor hell, but a tense purgatory of motion, wonder, violence, and colors. The Shape Store is what they grasp for while alive. The Shape Store represents the platonic perfection of consumer indulgence that fulfills the black impulse for status hierarchy. The absurdity of the premise highlights the purposeless trinketry in the shoes, chains, and clothes that they steal, harm, and kill for. At a macro scale, there is functionally no difference between a limited edition pair of Jordans and a green rhombus made of plastic. The Shape Store is perpetually in a nighttime urban liminal space. Behind the corporate McDonald's play pit funhouse aesthetics, everything is lit with the hostile comfort of street lamps and concrete. The sky is a kindred darkness, beckoning ancient memories of African dirt, finally cooling to a reasonable temperature in the dead of night. This guy should write a book, I swear to God. The Shape Store embraces incoherent traffic from clown vehicles. You can go to Jeff Vanderloo in St. Louis right now and find at least 3 black men stuffing themselves into toddler car frames with lawnmower engines, zooting around at 30 miles per hour between sidewalks and streets like Roblox NPCs. A ghetto rig solution to suspend driver's licenses becomes a hidden portal into a childlike whimsical sensation that only Miata owners could ever hope to come close to in the civilized dimension. This tender succulence is immortalized in the black afterlife, a world where the joy of vehicles is divorced from the risk and mental anguish of navigating rules or considerations that traffic normally invokes. The Shape Store is a place where squabbles and beefs openly occur without any sobering reality of death to haunt the participants. Much like the pool punch pudding plotting of Dream Combat, occupants of the Shape Store fight in ragged sitcom-esque tussles. They grab each other in gesticulating pratfalls, shaking each other around on the ground. They point fingers to make their ops' heads explode into a cloud of smoke like Looney Tunes characters, falling onto the ground in stiff, wooden, cartoonish fashion, only to pop up later and dance a jig. The Shape Store is decorated in the same clinical, simple colors and set pieces that remind black people of the mandatory public school attendance from early childhood before a self-imposed 8th grade permanent hookie graduation. A place and time where they saw the most color in their physical lives that wasn't immediately degraded into ramshackle shades of black, brown, and gray. The Shape Store is simple, easy, intuitive. It is a place where the rules only exist to the point of visceral emotion. Logic is restricted to 5-second periods of visual coherence. Games are simulacra of their real-life counterparts. Chess is arbitrary uniform pieces being slammed onto the board, while slogans are chanted out like magic spells by old unks wearing suits and fedoras, their versions of wizards' robes. Gambling is just shaking pieces on tables, with winners being decided by who screams the loudest. Carnival games reward unconsidered raw speed and velocity, and they always end in explosions. The shape store is the perfect balance between form and formlessness. The shapes are hard enough to retain their shape, yet soft enough to throw or be thrown into without pain or injury. It is a colorful, padded room where no one can harm anybody. Much like basketball, it allows for the furthest displays of violence and aggression without actually having to cross into a realm of consequence. Objects can be thrown at anyone, anytime, for any reason, without consideration. But unlike a snowball fight, nobody has to deal with the labor of constructing something. The shape store's only bodies of water are all 1 foot shallow, making sure that nobody ever has to swim. The shape store is pristine theatrics, a place where the inner primate can hop, jump, run, swing, and tumble to its heart's content. The shape store is always noisy, never allowing the disturbing silence to encroach its patrons. The shape store always smells vaguely of weed, Play-Doh, and grape juice. The shape store is perfect in that it is a store where nobody ever pays for anything and everyone is a customer. The shapes are abundant, but each one is unique. The 12 basic shapes and 6 basic colors available are essentially infinity to the black mind. The endless dimensionality of facing 2 mirrors against each other, allowing for the satisfaction of eternity, while heavily reducing the RAM usage on God's computer. The shape store is a mirror image of the modern black urban environment. Blacks live inside of video games every day of their lives. Everyone who is an outsider is an NPC who can be harassed or harmed without consideration. Any object is loot. Any environment is destructible. Any importance is relegated to physical stats, and jail is just the respawn lobby. The shape store is the sandbox, infinite time limit, and infinite fun for the discerning customer. The shape store is the black afterlife, a place of ease and peace through turmoil, a perfect play pit hamster wheel where nobody has to do anything or be anyone, so they can do everything and be anyone else other than themselves. It is the world in the black mind reduced to parody of what a dim consciousness perceives it to be, colors and shapes. Man, how fucking good is that?
That Scorched Earth is the correct name for this person. Excellent writing.
Give this a follow. Give this guy a follow, right? This is fucking, man, it's really, really
He
good.
does more too. I've seen others.
He does. He did like a whole thread on how because Black America uses like a is it the R strategy? I know there's like the R and the K strategy. I think it's the R strategy where you just breed like as many people, as many children as possible. So and you don't take care of them. So it doesn't matter whether you have a short lifespan. And he was like basically talking about how this is, you know, they're sort of like perfectly adapted to the urban environment, right? They'll just eat like a kilogram of seed oils and, you know, 5 packs of Captain Crunch. And it doesn't matter if they get cancer by the age of like 40, because by that point they've already had like 5 kids that they don't like look after, you know, like.
I think I actually did some research on that, those different kinds of strategies after seeing that post. That's why I keep my notebook right here.
Yeah. So right. Yeah. So R is the right. So R is the have as many offspring as possible, and don't look after them. Whereas K is like the sort of the white thing where you like actually look after your children, but you have fewer, but you put more investment into them, basically, right? Okay. So that's the end of the exploration into Black America. Any final notes you have there, Aaron?
No notes, just one big dark scribble all over this notebook. I think I should change the sheet.
Hang on, just let me check Ko-Fi, see if we got any super chats. Oh my god! Oh,
get on the Ko-Fi, guys. It's easy.
Wait, hang on. Where's the? There we go. Oh, it's so weird. It's like an alien. It's like an alien world, right? Nothing on Ko-Fi. You got anything on Venmo?
Nothing yet, sir.
See, man. See, that's depressing. He's like, oh, let's check the super chats. Nothing there. Oh, wait, hang on. Ardent Party says that I should check my ex DMs. Apparently, he has sent me a mascot. For the oh my god.
Can we show it?
Oh my god. Thank you very much, Arden.
Lord have mercy.
That's definitely going to be the mascot for great. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Jeez.
Awesome. Look at this. Oh, mate. Who said AI never did anything good for us? You know what I mean? Oh my god.
This is
these are horrible, Arden. I love it. Oh, it's so good. So good.
Oh
my god. Fuck. Right. Okay, so before we go into the more serious part of the show, fucking Midlife Crisis Joe, your Ko-Fi link in the chat isn't set up right. I don't know, like, you mean you can't donate to it, or I don't understand, like, what
maybe it's the same problem it had the other time when stuff.
I don't know, like, why it wouldn't be. I don't know why it wouldn't be working.
You know what it was? We got banned for the giant grape. That's what happened.
I've got like Stripe connected to it and stuff. I don't know, like, what the fucking deal is. Okay, I'll have to like look into it. You also have the Venmo. You can send via Venmo.
Yes, and if you do use the Venmo, remember to use a screen name because Venmo uses your real name.
It doesn't go to my account, really?
Weird.
Wait. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay. No. So it works for Nick. Okay. Right. So I don't know what the fucking deal is with Ko-Fi. I can't see. This is a problem. They took down Entropy, and I'm not fucking monetized on YouTube. So okay. There's a warning on top of Ko-Fi. Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay, right.
Okay.
Okay. Oh wait, is the one in the link in the chat not? Oh god, right. The URL is like fucked up in the thing, right? Sorry about that, bros. It's like compressed like both of them together, right? What's the Venmo link?
Oh, the Venmo handle is CTC Memecast. Just remember to send me your screen name, because if it's a real name, I'm not gonna read it. You'll just have to know who you are.
Oh, see, that's very disappointing, right?
I know.
Before we go on, right? We actually have a sponsor. It's yeah, who wouldn't want to sponsor this highly professional outfit? You know what I'm saying, right? So this is Axios Coaching. They're like a fitness like coaching thing for our guys, right? You don't want to like look like a massive fag, right? You don't want to look smacks, right? What you want is the ability to like defend yourself, to lift heavy things, and Axios can help you with that. The guy who runs it, Straker, message me. So if you do sign up with them, you can like mention them in the mention us in the application process, and we get like 20%, which is like awesome. It's basically like a sort of like a fitness community, and they will like help you meet your goals and all that kind of like other stuff. Looks pretty good. So check it out, bros. axioscoaching.com. Just like sticking in the thing. Yes, so we finally got a sponsor for the first time.
That's pretty sweet, man. That's pretty sweet. We must be on our way to being Professional streamers, you ready to do this for 12 hours a day? I know I am.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll have to get one of those special like streaming seats that has like a toilet sort of integrated into it. But yes, it's for our guys, basically. Okay, right? So, you're not gonna like wind up at like, a fitness program, right? Where they're gonna like ask you to like check your privilege, or you're gonna get like chucked out because you like send a Pepe meme into like the Discord chat or something like that.
If I could scream slurs between reps, I would look like Peyton Manning. My neck would be so thick. What are you waiting for, gentlemen? Get in there. Stop being lard asses. It's bad for you.
You would be swole.
Yeah, sure.
You would be Hitler swole.
You can eat as much cheese as you want. Forever.
Thank you very much to Axios Fitness. Check it out. Now, I just want to play this. You may be aware that the new version of Odyssey is being made, right? It's Stunning and Brave. They got like an ugly black woman to play Helena Troy because, they're like deliberately like napalming white culture. But what I am hoping, and I think what many people are hoping, is that AI will basically step over Hollywood, right? Will break the Hollywood monopoly. Okay. So we're seeing stuff at the moment where like, short films, like, 5, 10, 15 minutes. But I think give it like a year. I mean, AI is advancing like, so fast. We'll start seeing like actual movies come out. And this guy did like a trailer for the Odyssey. More of this. Thank you very much.
For 10 years, I have buried my own heart beside the bodies of my brothers. Today, I bury that grief in Trojan ground. We will not yield!
And they made this on Grok Imagine. So
yeah.
fucking, I mean, right? I mean, this is the thing, right? Like all the image generating stuff, right? It's kind of like watching a weird race car, because like one will zoom ahead, everyone will switch over to that, and then they'll get like a new update and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There have been suggestions that like Muskie Boy himself might in fact like fund this movie. Yeah, go on, Elon, fucking please, for the love of God.
I like how that trailer used a very Nolan-esque soundtrack just to stick it to that cuck.
Yes, well, he lost a lot of money on Tenet, I think. And
I wonder why. I wonder what that was. I'm not.
Well,
I don't have any theories. None at all. No, it was just like every other Nolan movie, except for one thing. But I don't think that's related. No.
Did you watch Tenet?
Of course, I didn't watch Tenet.
Oh, it's technically amazing. The plot is a bit like what? Like like basically they've got these like, is it like these chambers that allow you to like go backward in time? So they have all these people like basically traveling like backward in time, and they have all these like crazy like chase sequences and shit like that. Like if the writing had been better, it would have been like great. But he spent like some ungodly amount of money on it. And then it launched just as the COVID lockdowns happened. Right? So it probably wouldn't have done great like anyway. Okay. But the fact that the lockdowns happened meant like it bombed. And I think basically like since then the moves have said, right, you've got to like destroy white culture until you like pay off however many $100 million like you owe us kind of thing. It's the only, because since then all he's really done is, horrible like slop basically. So what did you want to talk about? Well, oh my God, we went through that faster than I thought. We're only up to like an hour, man. What did you want to talk about?
Oh, you had a theory.
Yes, I did.
In fact, and does that jog your memory?
Yeah, well, okay. So I guess since we've got some time, I'll talk about this. I'll bring this up. So I've been working on this presentation, trying to sort of like get it together about propaganda and how I think I've mentioned this a little bit, right? Like most people like assume that propaganda is basically made to sell you stuff, right? It's what I sort of think of as the positive view of propaganda. Okay, this like was very very sort of like much in the frame of like Edward Bernays, right? Propaganda, they're trying to like sell you something. Okay, like whether it's cigarettes or a refrigerator or a war, right? The propaganda is to get you to do stuff. But I think what we have entered into, I don't know exactly how recently, but it's definitely like a modern thing, is propaganda that is basically deliberately designed to just make you more stupid. That is really its only goal, right? Like there may be secondary goals in sort of protecting certain client groups, but the fundamental purpose of it is to make you more stupid, to basically put holes in your brain. Okay. Now, these kinds of propagandas, they always end with what are known as thought terminating cliches. Okay. So a thought terminating cliche is like a little phrase like trans women are women, or diversity is our strength, or Black Lives Matter, or something like that, right? That basically stops a train of thought dead. Okay. And they become sort of like black holes in the brain, and they are linked to sort of extreme emotion because the emotion helps the thought killing nature of these thought terminating cliches, right? You know, as the ancient Chinese proverb goes, anger is a wind that blows out the lamp of the mind. Yeah. Right. So much has been remarked on the idea that people are getting stupid. But if we look into the actions of the logical mind, why might that be? Sure, we have laziness, fatigue, etc., but there seems to be an epidemic embodied most perfectly in the boomers of a set of mental roadblocks or thought terminating cliches. Thought terminating cliches essentially end a chain of thought. They are magic terminators, the black hole of the mind. Once a train of thought enters a TTC, thought terminating cliche, it ends. It is vastly simplified, and if the question leading to it is significantly complicated, it will just dissipate, right? So you've got this, complicated train of thought. You've got like something that you're trying to work your way around, right? Like maybe, something in life. And as soon as like this train of thought enters this sort of zone of the thought terminating cliche, right? It essentially just collapses, right? Like a black hole in the mind, right? It sucks it in and it cannot escape. And there's a lot of ways you can do this, right? Like on Artie's show, we frequently play that clip from Fuentes. It's actually really complicated. Mm-hmm. So that's like a really good way of basically confusing people, right? Like if you can convince someone that something simple is really complicated, we have to consider all sides. No. What basically happens is a paralysis of thought and action. And for those who are trying to like maintain the status quo, this is incredibly effective because you can never. So you'll be like, oh, things are quite bad. Something should be done. Right. But you can't get past the consideration of what should be done because, we have to consider various sides. It's very, very complicated. And there's so many levels to this. No. And at the same time, right, people will tell you that any simplistic action is by definition like bad. Okay. Right. This must be considered. We must take many, many years. Most importantly, the people currently in power must be able to sort of like vet these thoughts. Maybe we'll have a panel about thinking about whether we should have a commission into writing a report about possibly considering about like
right,
right, like and
exactly.
So it just gets like lost into it, right? And this paralysis benefits the status quo, right?
Right. The objective is to keep you from reaching certain conclusions, right? It's not even so much anymore that they want you to think like they do. They just don't want you to think.
Yes. And they want you to be stupid, right? Because I think the more of these black hole zones inhabit someone's mind, right, the stupider they become. To the point where if you have enough of these fucking things inhabiting your brain, you basically sort of start becoming a bit like a schizophrenic. and you are unable to like complete any train of thought that requires like say more than 3 or 4 steps, right? Now, like people talk about schizos a lot, okay, but schizophrenics are actually sort of a very specific kind of people. If anyone in the chat, if they've actually had the misfortune to be around someone with severe schizophrenia, and one of the things that you notice is that they cannot complete a train of thought. Like you can say to them, because A, therefore B, right? And they'll get that. But if you then try and say because B, therefore C, they lose you completely, right?
Mhm.
And this is basically like what happens, right, to people if they've got enough of these fucking like things in their heads, right? I mean, look, how about a man can be a woman? Like what the fuck? What does that fucking mean? Right? Like that is clearly just nonsensical on its face. Like it is self-contradictory just on the face of it, right? Like it's just mind poison is what it is,
Yeah,
right? Like
I've called things like that rhetorical pocket sand. It's a distraction. If you engage with that nonsense, you're giving it more than it deserves. But it's so absurd, you can't really help but like look at a person who says those things and just like want to fight them, Like,
yeah, I mean, look, midlife crisis Joe says it's a shit test to see if you adhere to the ideology. Well, yes, I agree, it is.
absolutely.
But another way of looking at it is basically saying, like, are you stupid enough, right, to hang with us?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Is your brain sufficiently rotted to be the bestest goyim that you can be, right?
Yes.
Are you willing to let the goy beam deep into your heart and into your brain, right? And make no train of thought, more than 3 steps long, right? Unless, of course, like I guess you're at your job or something like that, and you have to figure out how to like make steel or something, right? And that's like fine, but even that is being encroached on now, right? You're like, oh wow, I need to like operate this machine to like make, I don't know, fucking like steel sheeting or something like that. Oh well, have you considered, right, like how making that steel sheeting might impact like people of color? This is just cognitive carpet bombing, is what this fucking shit is, right? This is just boring holes in your fucking brain, right? For no. I think this is just fucking gleeful destruction. I don't think that there is a real end point to this, right? Like unless that end is just pure sadism, basically, right? It's just we're just gonna like keep boring holes in your brain, and we're gonna watch you flop around like a fucking seal with Creutzfeldt-Jakob syndrome. You know what I mean, right? Like spasming and paralyzed, right? And just like fucking just laugh at you. You know what I mean? Right? Like while your whole civilization fucking goes down the toilet. And then we'll blame you for the fact that you can't do anything.
Right. Right. Right.
So fucking evil, man.
It's crazy.
So evil.
Well, one of the things that you said that really stuck with me when I think you were talking about this with Artie on the stream was that it breaks up chains of thought that take years to form.
Yes.
Right. So you might be naturally progressing along a logical path and maybe learning something or gaining some wisdom or experience. And one of these comes along and says, but what if, or actually, and you see this all the time in like Reddit culture. It's the actually guys, right? They come in and well, actually, like for example, one time when I was like 10, right? I found a whole bunch of money in a field. It was just blowing in the wind. It was like something out of a dream. And they were perfectly crisp bills. And so being 10, I said to myself, well, golly, don't these have like serial numbers or something on them? Could I find out if these came from, say, the same wad of cash or something, or are these just disparate bills? I wanted to learn about it, right? So I go to a place that you went to back then that was full of the wonders of knowledge. It was called Yahoo Answers.
Right.
And I made a post. And I said, knowing full well that American money is technically made from cloth, that's something that I guess is technically accurate. Knowing full well, I posted, how can you tell if bills of a certain currency were cut from the same sheet of paper, because they do a bunch of them and then they cut them up.
Yep.
The top answer was, it's not paper, it's cloth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which is completely irrelevant.
It was a demonstration. Exactly. But it was a demonstration and a dominance of me asking an honest question with an actually statement. Well, you know what? I'm sorry, but I can't answer your question because you don't know that money's made from cloth. That's a kind of like Reddit brain that people get really annoyed with, and you see it less and less today. But that was the dominant so-called intellectual culture of Reddit, still is. But before Reddit was, people were shamed for using it. You see what I mean? Like deliberately misunderstanding something.
And another thing that I want to point out is that emotion is like cancer for this, right? Like all of these thought terminating cliches, right? Like they have very extreme emotion like attached to them, right? Like you see this with like, I mean, the word moo in itself is kind of like the ultimate thought terminating cliche if you think about it, right?
Yep.
When people say this word, right, it causes many complex emotions to surface, which make it way harder for people to think. You see this in the boomers, right? Like they're just, their brains just sort of like lock up and they're, assaulted by like a million sort of conflicting emotions, right? And then these emotions make it impossible to continue that thought, right? Which is why I think really people should try and divorce emotional content from words as much as you can. It makes you like think much more clearly. I mean, look at the way like the lefties get when you like, like when they had like TDS. I don't know if that's like still a thing because the right hates Trump too. But that whole just like, back when was it like 2016? Oh my god, it's so fucking long ago, right? When he was first elected, and they're like, nah, it's like what the fuck is like wrong? Like you are not thinking clearly, and it seems to be like this modern Western thing to like denigrate people thinking and speaking clearly, right? As though, you're speaking and thinking clearly. Like, have you no feelings? It's like, yes, I have feelings, right? But indulging recklessly in those feelings is not going to help you clearly think about a resolution to the problem. And my thesis basically is that this is deliberate because they don't want fucking anyone like thinking up any like solutions to any of the problems, because all of the problems suit the people who made them like quite nicely. Thank you very much. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, some of this like brainwashing is so fucking insane. It can literally drive people to fucking suicide, right? Or like, suicide by like stupidity, right? Like the soy white women who go to like Africa. Like, everybody's the same, and they like wind up fucking like dead and graped. And you're like, wow, like you just got propagandized into sacrificing your own life. I mean, I guess there's nothing new about that. Like war propaganda has been like fucking doing that for like ages,
Exactly. And when you understand that, it becomes clear. It's like, did you ever see No Country for Old Men?
No, I haven't.
But you know the line, if it's the rule that got you here, what good was the rule?
Yes.
So it's like so like a good example is like people are like, oh well, you need to see how the real world really is. Why don't you sit here and watch 6 hours of Twitter feeds about how horrible everything is all the time, and like really get yourself red pilled on how bad it is out there. Well, a person who's not ready for that is just going to walk away really freaking depressed. And there's sort of this concept of like, they want you useless, and if you seek Canadian healthcare, all the better, because now you're not a problem.
Did you hear about that guy in Canada who got assessed for maid outside of Tim Hortons?
I think did you tell me about this?
I don't know, right? Like apparently he's hanging out outside of fucking Tim Hortons, right? He's got like irritable bowel syndrome, right? And this doctor, this like crazy fucking doctor, because this is the thing that like people don't realize about these like policies. Okay, people have to carry them out, and you're enabling like the worst kind of like people. So this doctor, right? Apparently he just loves to maid people, right? It's like his like his thing, right? He's a maid doctor. He just goes around like killing people, basically, right? And gets paid by the state to do it. Okay. Nothing wrong with that, obviously, right? So he's outside of Tim Hortons. He meets this guy. He's got irritable bowel syndrome, right? Bundles him into a car, takes him straight to the fucking like maid center, right? And he's on the table within like fucking an hour or something like that. And then because he's like a shady doctor, he only has like 2 of the 3 ingredients he needs to kill the guy. So it doesn't even work properly. And they have to bring in like another doctor to fucking like finish him off. Like fucking Ardent Party. There are 2 doctors in BC with 500 plus body counts via maid at 1,300 Canadian dollars a referral. Fuck.
They're being paid.
Oh yeah. Well, of course, what you expect?
But like by the head, they're being paid by scalps. What is this?
Yeah, of course, man. Right? Of course, they're getting paid by the death.
Oh,
One of the few things, right, that the UK has actually done recently was that they blocked the assisted dying thing because they were so hyped to roll that shit out over here, right? They were trying to like railroad Parliament, all of this fucking shit, and basically what stopped them was the House of Lords, because they were just like, oh look, we'll sort it out afterwards. The important thing is we get the legislation in, we can sort all the problems out afterwards. They just fucking like lied and lied and lied, all of this like shit. But yeah, it got struck down. I mean, no doubt, right? They'll be back with it again, right? Like give it a few years. So they're planning to like dismantle the House of Lords now. I presume that's the reason why they're like, we must be able to kill you. Oh my fucking god, right? Now look, another thing that because I sort of wrote this like imagining like talking to a bunch of like boomers about it, right? So this is sort of like written for that audience, right? But you've been sold this idea that mind control is real, but it is a highly invasive procedure that must be done by things like MK Ultra, right? So like everyone knows about like MK Ultra, like, you're in a controlled environment, you're in a room. It's like that Disclosure movie. You're like, strapped down, you got electrodes on your dick and all this kind of like other stuff. And they're like flashing fucking like Black Lives Matter into your fucking like corneas and like, shocking you in the ass. Okay. Right. But, and we've also been sold the idea that the primary use of mass brainwashing was for, capitalism and war, right? So like, smoke this cigarette, buy this refrigerator, or like, believe in this religion. Please don't believe in Christianity, all this kind of like other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the darker possibility is that much of this brainwashing was simply and wholly to degrade your ability to think clearly while blaming it on yourself and the vices you are surrounded with. Now, I don't doubt that these vices like play a role, especially in the despair and twilight that comes when one realizes on a gut level that they have lost their ability to reason. But everyone believes that brainwashing is towards a positive goal to get people to do a thing. But perhaps all along it had a negative goal to make you stupid, and more importantly, to make it impossible for you to understand any structure, plan, or reasoning that has more than 3 steps. We see this all the time with the rise of the accusations of conspiracy theory about any explanation of power or fucking anything that has more than 3 steps and requires more than 5 years of history to understand.
Right.
I fucking hate this, like, about the modern world, right? Like, you try and explain like a government structure or like a plan or like a motivation of a group of people, like anything, right?
Yeah.
And if it has more than 3 steps, you're like, oh, that's just a conspiracy theory. It's not a fucking conspiracy theory.
Dude,
it's complicated.
We can show the actual documents and the presentations that they give to one another on the show, and it's still like, yeah, it's a conspiracy theory. It's like they can lay it out in black and white, and people will still be like, but that sounds like conspiratorial thinking. And you're like, what do you mean by that? And I think what they mean is that sounds scary, and they can't connect with it or take it apart the same way, and they don't like how that makes them feel, and that's it.
Yes.
Like I think when people say that's conspiratorial thinking, all they're saying is, I feel weird when you talk about this.
Well, this is the thing, okay, right? When you force someone, okay, to like use a thought chain that might sort of skirt around these like black hole zones, it makes them very uncomfortable, right? And so they use that emotion basically as a way to like stop thinking about it. That's why all these black hole zones are suffused with emotion. So it's like you got a hole blown in your brain. It's like a black hole. It has like an event horizon essentially, okay? And as like your train of thought approaches it, it just gets sucked in, and suddenly you have this burst of emotion that just terminates that thought chain, right? And it is then lost, right?
Mhm.
And I think as well, this is also why you get a rise in like just the weird unhinged conspiracism that people engage in, like, oh, like you've got a tracking microchip in your penis, or Trump was secretly in control during the entire Biden presidency, like just like because it's just my feels, like there's no, like we have replaced thinking with feeling, and the results are fucking obvious and everywhere to see, right? Like even you'll notice as well, right? Like even in common conversations, right? When people are like trying to talk about something, they're like, "Oh, I feel that this is true." No, you don't, right? Like who gives a fuck what you feel? You should think, you should believe, you should observe that this thing is true. I feel, right? I feel that Black Lives Matter. I feel that I'm a woman. No one gives a fuck. Well, I mean, when I say no one, right? Like, you're our blessed controllers, like fucking like care because it suits their objectives. But apart from that, right?
Right.
So, sorry, go on.
Well, I was going to say, I think so. These black holes that we're talking about that are sort of thought terminating, I think that these, you could easily call most of these just implanted fears, right? It's a little bit like we don't go in that room, like when you're a kid and suddenly the door they said you can't go in looks very scary and interesting at the same time. But if anybody out there has ever had to conquer a phobia or something like that, the scariest thing ever is that the only way to beat it is to do exactly the thing that you've trained yourself to be afraid of. So there's a sort of freeing experience that happens when people get into researching the way the world works, conspiracy theory, so called, and that sort of thing, where they're actually, what they're doing is an exercise that is freeing them of a fear that was implanted in them by the state and the media.
Yeah, but it's not just fear, it's also anger, right? Like so if you think about the post-World War II consensus, right, and the poor moves, or like the way that people respond to this idea of like fascism, whatever the fuck that actually like means now. I've just
Right.
got no fucking idea at this point, like really, right? You'll find this same kind of like, I guess there's sort of, they're twinned emotions, I guess, right? Like fear and anger in equal measure, right? And you, when you talk to these kind of people and you start trying to talk to them logically, and they'll just be like, "Oh my god, this makes me so angry." Like, well, why does it make you angry? Oh, I don't know. The Nazis. Oh my god, right? Like
Yeah.
you're just like, dude, like what the fuck is like going on in your brain? Like there's nothing there. You don't even know what the fuck it is like you're thinking, right? And so this leads to the last part of my thingy, right? So both this sort of lack of like thought trains, right, and this sort of like rage, basically like destroy your ability to think clearly, right? Model motivations and make deductions, all of which require long thought chains, sometimes very, very long. Okay. How many thought chains of, if this, therefore that, or if this holds true, then this must hold true, does it really take to know a complicated subject? Probably millions. If we're talking like a long-term process where minor thought chains are completed and then wrapped into larger thought chains in a constant process that we call learning. The more black holes in your thinking and the more emotion attached to them, the more likely this long, highly delicate process can be disrupted. And so you can never fucking learn anything. And that's why everyone is just like, Black Lives Matter, trans women are women, smash the fash. And fucking, they are
Yes.
incapable of long chains of thought, and to people who can still think, right? This is, you know, fascinating behavior. Like, you're like, what the fuck is like wrong with these people, right? They are.
I think that's a great way of putting it. They're inoculated against learning. Isn't that interesting? I mean, so that, you know, my thought immediately goes to the first victims of this full court press in the media, which were the boomers. They grew up with the television, the radio, and all of that stuff. They went to the movies with their friends, you know, sat in the theater, all that stuff. They were the first people to ever encounter an information war. And look at what it did to them. You know, a very famous tweet at this point is, when you're talking to a boomer, you're talking to the TV, and the TV can't hear you. All right. And I'm not trying to bag on, I'm not trying to bag on boomers, because there's definitely good people out there who are from that generation. But you have to understand, they are the survivors. The rest of everyone else got goy beamed so hard they can't think.
Yeah.
And there's something interesting that happens when they start to, which, you know, I don't know what causes it, but when somebody who's been in that starts to break through, and it looks like a spiritual experience. They always talk about it being red pilling or waking up from the matrix and that sort of thing. And even that's been co-opted by the so-called matrix. And they're like, oh yeah, you red pill me on, you know, cornstarch, you know, it's like, but what does it mean to actually wake up? It means to do and say and think the impossible, the things they told you can't do. To grow up is to go into the room that's for adults only. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And boomers, a lot of boomers have been so scared and frightened their whole lives, when they finally get to a place where they might be ready to reach out and just maybe touch the door. It's so freaking painful. We all know what this is like, to talk to somebody who is just being, and they have no idea what's going on. They turn on the TV and try to figure it out. And it's just baffling to them. Because what they listen, the reason people listen to Ben Shapiro and Mark Levin is not because they're gathering information. It's because the way that those men talk and look on camera soothes them, because that's their dad.
Yeah, it's fucking hypnosis, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, I remember reading this like great thread on 4chan. People have like posted it around, where someone was it was like I think it was like a psychology student or someone, and he was talking to someone else about how the breakdown of shows like the Daily Show, and, you know, all the late night funny man shows that are like now sort of passing by the wayside, right? They're all structured in this highly hypnotic way. You know what I mean, right? Like, you know, sort of political anecdote, funny man laugh, you know, joke, and they just reiterate and reify sort of this surface level understanding of, like, they just constant re-hypnotize. Because one of the things about hypnosis and mind control, generally speaking, right, is that it has to be constantly refreshed.
Yes.
People don't really sort of realize that, because most people have never been brainwashed. I was actually, it was a very, very weird experience.
Yes.
And if you do not get constant updates, right, constant refreshes, you will just go back to baseline, right? You will just go back to normal. So it's imperative that there is like a constant flow of reassurance and like revivifying like this stuff, basically.
Yes. So actually, for those of you who missed it, Frank Wright was just on Tucker Carlson, and I'm about halfway through it, but he said something really interesting in there, which was, there was basically a decision over 100 years ago to create a false reality for people to live in, so they wouldn't know what was going on. Now, it's true, and it's taken many shapes, and it has a lot of different names, but that's where a lot of people live. They live in the TV. And what I want to point out is they live in the shape store. Yeah. It's the boomers, and not the boomers, but the people who are hypnotized by the television and the late night stuff. That is the shape store, and they live in it, and it has meaning to them. And you on the outside are looking in, and you're going, they're just fucking shapes, man. And they go, but they're my shapes.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
brainwashing, dude.
It's interesting, right? Like what's the shape store for white people?
Exactly. Yes.
Right. It's like World War II.
Yes.
It's basically the History Channel.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's like Bigfoot, aliens, World War II. weird Christianity. Oh, speaking of which, right, we've got that thing about Christianity you wanted to talk about as well.
Yeah.
So actually, look, before we roll into that, we do actually have some super chats.
Oh, good.
Thank you so much to all the super chat bros. I really I appreciate it so much. A display name, nice, for $5. Ko-fi worked for me. Oh, thank you very much, Senora. Namo es display. I think that's how you pronounce it. Every single time this happens, I'm like, what the fuck is going on with Ko-fi? I think it's just the payment processes basically sit between you and fucking everything now, right?
Yeah.
And they put all of these conditions, so you never know whether the payment processor has decided, oh, we're not going to take stuff from this bank or that bank or this locality or that locality or this person. There's no one fucking really knows. Jeffistopheles, I think it's for $20. Hang on, let me just double check that.
Sick.
For $20. Oh, thank you very much,
dude. Yes.
Jeffistopheles, I appreciate that, mate. Love the show. Weird rabbit hole. Came across a BBC miniseries of Little Lord Fauntleroy from 1995 on archive.org. First 5 minutes was straight propaganda. Kind of fascinating. The slop in retrospect. Man, I haven't seen Little Lord Fauntleroy for fucking a long time. I should check that out.
Dude, core memory unlocked. We had the book on our bookshelf, and I always thought the name was silly. I don't know what it is.
It is silly. It is silly. Super Joe's midlife crisis for $5. Thank you, mate. Don't be sad. Have a coffee on me. Thanks, mate. $5 will actually just about buy a coffee where I am. Fucking prices are insane. Where I am. I swear to God, it is fucking coffee's fucking £3.50. Just take away coffee in a plastic cup from the corner store. Not anything fancy. It's brutal, mate. I feel like we're approaching hyperinflation. Right?
I gotta tell you, dude, though. I needed some super chat juice. I was running a little dry there, and it's so nice. It's so nice. Thank you, guys.
You got any on Venmo?
None on Venmo.
Okay,
that is what it is. Should we get into this? Because let me just, since I'm now presenting something to the audience, there is something.
You are.
There is something that is coming. And I've been predicting it for a long, long time. And I don't know what to call it, Fist, because Gnosticism has a bad name in this community. Gnosticism. It's not Gnosticism, but it's something around there. It's like secret books of the Bible. The short version of this, man, is that boomers all around me are getting one-shotted by AI created presentations on YouTube by fake schizo channels out of Pakistan about secret books of the Bible that were hidden from them by the Catholic Church. All right. I know that sounds super specific.
Yeah. Well, you know my theory on this, right, is that the occulting of power, right, and this setup of the pseudo-reality that you sort of mentioned earlier, right, has led people to this place where, because they can't understand anything, right, at face value, most importantly, they can't understand how the fucking world works, right, because the actual people running the world have taken this policy of no one can know that we're actually running the world. Wait, my XMR address is invalid. Oh my God, fuck. Thanks, Nick Nilsson. I'll check that out. Oh God, this is FML. Thank you for trying that. They're always trying to search for the hidden mystery behind there. Is Bigfoot real, right?
Yep.
Because fundamentally they can't make sense of the world, right? So at the same time as the people who rule us decry conspiracism, they absolutely feed it by making the world harder and harder to understand, because they don't want to have the fucking responsibility of people knowing that they're the people actually ruling us. Because if they did, people might be like, oh my God, maybe these people shouldn't be ruling us, right? Well, that clearly can't happen. So instead, how about this maize? We have cheese.
Yeah,
got
exactly.
Cheese and red wine, right? And the History Channel.
They can't listen, man. they can't do anything if you drive them utterly crazy. Turn everything upside down. Yeah, there were secret books of the Bible with stuff about angels and Nephilim coming down to the planet and getting it on with human women and all this stuff. And oh yeah, there might be portals under CERN and all this. Like, it could be anything, and it could be really complicated. But here's the deal. So if you think about this in terms of propaganda warfare, a soldier won't shoot at you if he hates himself more than he hates you.
Yeah.
Right. So you're not disabling his weapon. You're disabling the soldier. Right.
Yep.
So when people on the outside are going, God, I think the government might not have our best interest in mind, I think I'll research this on the internet. The best way to deal with that is to have an entire litany of lore for them to research and get lost in, so they ultimately become useless, drive themselves insane, or get addicted to substances. And I have watched this happen so many times, this exact thing, that it scares me to see so many boomers in my life going through this right now, because they've finally figured out there is something wrong with the official narrative, and they're glomming onto the first thing that's ready, which is this kind of thing.
That is literally the explanation for the entire goth scene in the 90s as well, right? Like this was very, very big in Gen X, right? Like, because the worst thing in the world, right, was to hurt anyone else. You've got no idea who the fuck's like actually running stuff, and even if you can figure it out, they're like so far away, right? So the acceptable way to do it is to hurt yourself. You know what I mean, right? And fucking terrible state of affairs. Terrible state of affairs. So you wanted to like watch this.
Wanted? I don't know about wanted.
you said it was important. You said
this is important.
Didn't you have a boomer story? Didn't you say your like dad got fucking one-shotted by this shit?
No, listen, it's not just him. This is happening. I don't know if you guys out there are seeing this. Watch your boomers. This is the kind of stuff they're looking at when it's late at night. This is the kind of stuff they're listening to. Hit play.
Okay.
Enoch, chapter 91. After journeying through the heavenly...
Wait. Just hang on a second. Let's just go back here a little bit.
Okay.
Is that fucking...
What?
Is that Hebrew on the cover? Is that meant to be?
Uh-huh.
What
I don't know what that is. It's probably...
The Book of Enoch,
I don't know.
chapter 91. After journeying through the heavenly realm and returning to earth, Enoch is preparing to be taken back up into the heavens once again.
What if the Bible you have trusted your entire life is not the full story? Not accident.
Yeah.
What if there's a secret book that tells you that you have to donate money to Israel?
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. What if the Bible you've been reading your whole life is not the whole thing? I hear about the Book of Enoch from researchers, serious, like people who I do it. They're like, I do all this research and I read all these books about, the Book of Enoch and Jasher and all this crazy stuff. And they go, well, it's the Roman Catholic Church that came in and like kept these books from us.
Yeah.
So,
so Lee the Wanderer says it's Ethiopian. Yeah, quite right. It is. It's Ethiopian. Lee the Wanderer, do you know what language is Ethiopian based on? You got any idea? Is it like a Semitic language? Is it like Greek, or is it entirely its own thing? I don't know much about it. See, man, we've got the fucking best chat, right? Like, all of these fucking like autists, right, in the chat.
Well, speaking of autists, we did finally get a Venmo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I gotta open the app because this whole time I didn't get a single one, and it was hurting me. So I closed the app, all sad. It's Fed Nugent, of course. Oh, we got another one actually. As I was opening this up, that's very nice. Thank you guys. Okay, so Fed Nugent goes first. He sends $5. Says, thanks for the stream, gents. I would have super chatted earlier, but I was driving. Thanks for entertaining me while I'm hungover. Cheers.
God bless you, Fed Nugent.
The next one. Let's see here. Let me make sure I can. Did this one? I don't know if this one. Yes. Excellent analysis on the boomers. I know someone that falls for the AI. Sadly, this subject deserves more coverage. Thanks. That comes from JG. Thank you, JG. Appreciate that. I know it's happening all around me. It's almost every boomer I know. Yeah.
So, right. Is that all the super chats?
That's all of them.
Okay. So apparently Ethiopian is called Giz, or Geiz, and is Semitic, although Giz and Aramaic, Amharic. See, I don't know any of this fucking like shit. Thank you, chat.
Yes.
All right, back to the slop.
All right, here we go.
Accidentally incomplete, but deliberately reduced. High in the mountains of Ethiopia, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church preserved something most of the world never saw: an ancient 81-book Bible with a different structure entirely. Inside it are texts filled with visions of layered heavens and shocking descriptions of Jesus that do not fit the known version.
Oh well, it must be true then.
Yes.
Right,
exactly.
like this is the truth about Jesus.
Listen,
That they kept from you, right? He drove down from heaven in a Honda pickup with a 50 cal on the back.
Yes. Yes. I'm talking men with 40-year-old Bibles that have yellow pages are watching this and going, wow, I was misled. That's what's happening. And it's really upsetting to me. So I'm gonna try to tamp it down here. Can we watch whatever this clip is? What is this guy? Is that Will Shatner?
I think so. I mean,
It's the Shat.
I mean, this is an AI slop video, right? So
It has 2.3 million views.
we are hiring script writers, video editors, and thumbnail designers.
Well,
If
shit,
you are
I should
talented-
sign up.
Wait, let's have a look at this channel for a second, shall we?
Sure.
Discovered files. Oh, fucking.
See?
What doctors found inside dead bodybuilders will shock you.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Watch before
giant
they delete it.
spider of the Congo exists. Oh, like look at this fucking like slop. Oh my god. 27 years later, they opened Princess Diana's tomb and got shocked. Oh my god.
Can we see what country this is out of? Is that possible?
How do we United States. 91 million total views.
Yeah, man. You think this isn't happening, okay? But I just you remember how back in the day everyone was watching porn, but nobody was watching porn?
I mean,
and somehow these videos had millions and millions and millions of views. But
nobody,
nobody,
right.
Okay, this is what boomers are watching. I'm serious. All right, like it's funny, but they're believing it because what? It has the elements of the official man. It sounds like your pastor. It's presented in a convincing way. Go ahead, let's watch more.
The boomers are just so one-shotted by AI. Like it's fucking insane.
Can people really see the future? Receive messages from across time and space? Centuries, seers, and prophets.
Now, as Mel Gibson, the director behind The Passion of the Christ, moves forward with a long-awaited sequel, he has come across something buried in those very texts. What he just uncovered about Jesus is not a small discovery. It will change everything you thought you knew about him.
Really? Will it?
Keep watching. I mean, dude, they're sitting on their laptops late at night.
Two empires, two Bibles. Mel Gibson started with a problem. While preparing his next film about the resurrection, he began digging into early Christian material that most people never read. Not for curiosity, but because something in the standard version of the story did not feel complete. And the deeper he went, the more that feeling turned into something clearer. There were parts missing, entire sections of the story that existed in some places and not in others. And that trail does not lead to Rome. It leads somewhere most people never think to look. In the book of Acts, there is a moment that is easy to overlook, but it changes how this entire story begins. A powerful official from Ethiopia is traveling alone on a desert road. This is not just a traveler. He serves under the Kandake, the queen of the Aksumite kingdom. Kandake is not a name. It is a title, like Pharaoh or Caesar. This man holds real authority.
What
are you seeing? What I'm seeing?
I don't know. What am I seeing?
This is globalism.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, the guy is black, right?
Well,
so
yes,
clearly.
No. It's all like, okay, that's another thing that's coming, but I don't want to get into that right now.
I just imagine like boomers like, you know, fucking out of their brain on fucking OxyContin.
Yes,
Fucking
yes.
with this on in the fucking background.
Yeah. Okay, listen, boomers right now, when they watch this stuff, they feel like Indiana Jones. They do. They see themselves as like world traveling adventurers, learning a secret mystery that was hidden from them in the desert.
Always in the fucking desert, of course.
I know.
Because that when you watch the History Channel, that's what you learn. Like that all the secrets of the world are like somehow hidden in the desert, you know?
Yeah.
Yet he is sitting in a moving chariot reading from a scroll of Isaiah trying to understand it. Then something happens that should not be treated as small. An apostle named Philip sees him, runs alongside the chariot and speaks to him. The conversation ends with him accepting the message of Christ. This is not a later story added over time. It is written directly into the New Testament in the book of Acts, which means something very clear. One of the earliest recorded people to receive the Christian message was a high-ranking official from Ethiopia. From the very beginning, before any councils, before any decisions about what books would stay or go, Ethiopia was already inside the story. And that is where the numbers start to matter. Because today the Protestant Bible has 66 books, the Catholic Bible has 73, Eastern Orthodox churches include even more, and the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church recognizes 81 books as scripture, 15 additional books. So now the question becomes unavoidable.
More books, that's more truth.
More books is more gooder, right? Obviously, right?
Yes.
What is it that the Catholics didn't want you to know? It's not like that there were intense theological disagreements during like the early church. I mean, you know about Marcion, right?
Of course. Yes.
But anyone who doesn't know, right? Marcion of Syncope. He had this heretical sub-denomination called Marcionism. And his basic sort of like thing was he was very anti-citrus, you see, right? And he basically believed like that the only part of the Bible that you should like pay attention to, I think, was the Gospel of Mark. It's like one of the Gospels, and he's like, that's it. And all of everything else, right, was a distraction and like heresy, right? And Marcion believed that the Old Testament, the God of the Old Testament, the God of the New Testament were basically like different gods. And so therefore, right, like reading the Old Testament was basically superfluous.
If Ethiopia was there from the beginning and still holds a larger version of the story, why is the version most people were given the shorter one? Let's move forward a few centuries.
Oh yeah, let's just skip over like everything to do with like the early church.
Yeah.
Right. Let's skip over Irenaeus.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, the Ethiopians were right because they didn't edit. You know?
Yeah, well, they probably had that like what's it, indigenous ways of knowing.
Yes, that's what I'm suggesting, is that there is a bias here. It's the native wisdom bias. It's the same as like, you got these tech bros going to South and Central America to try out ayahuasca. I almost said ashwagandha. Big difference. They're going down there because there's this native tree wisdom that only lives in the jungle, and they can dispense with this old person stuff and, find new spiritual revival. It's just not in Christianity. It's not in the West. It's in the jungle with the primitive people, etc. And they have like secret knowledge there.
It's literally like the magical Negro thing, just like writ large.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That is such like a horrible psyop, right? The way like, and most of that came out of fucking Columbia University, and the very mooish guy, Boaz, I think his name was, who started like anthropology.
Yeah.
And all of these like horrible ideas like fucking came out of like Columbia University, and it's like, oh, we need to study all these like different cultures, and they just gloss over all the horrible like stuff,
Mm-hmm.
In the 4th century, King Ezana of Aksum officially converted his empire to Christianity. Around the same time, Emperor Constantine did the same in Rome. Two powerful empires, same century, same faith, but they do not end up with the same Bible. One tradition settled on a shorter collection, the other kept more. That split has never been fully explained, and when you start comparing what each side kept, the difference becomes uncomfortable. Ethiopia preserved books that most people have never even heard of.
Now, Lee the Wanderer in the chat, Ethiopia didn't become Christian until the East Romans showed up in the 4th century, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. Man, if I artists in the chat. Love it. Love it. Thank you, mate.
So good. So
Enoch,
good.
Jubilees, the Ascension of Isaiah, the Shepherd of Hermas, Ethiopian Maccabees, and these texts change how the entire system works. Take the Book of Jubilees. In this version, angels are not distant figures sitting somewhere far away. They are directly involved in what is happening with human beings. It describes moments where angels are physically present when agreements between God and humans are made, almost like witnesses making sure.
That sounds very mooish.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Right? Very, very mooish, right? Like, God came down and we had like a vote. He brought his angels, but actually the rabbis, God had to yield to them because their arguments were like so correct.
Gentlemen, I give you Mormonism too.
Wait, is that a Mormon thing?
No. I'm just saying that these kinds of like stories about like God taking votes and stuff. It sounds so American, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, I mean, 007 said it sounds very Islamic too. Yeah, right. I mean, like, yeah, okay.
Specifically not Christian, right?
Yeah. Well, okay.
Exactly.
I do like the fucking AI.
No, Fist, no, you can't fall for it too. You're all I have.
It's just weird that they've just basically like every single clip is like ripped from somewhere, right? You can see this dude's watermark up at the top left, Redeemer's Hand Ministries, right? That sounds a bit dirty. Come to the Redeemer's Hand.
What do you think I meant by comparing this to porn? Oh, that was blasphemy. I apologize.
Oh, yeah, I also apologize.
Perhaps
Sorry,
we should
Jesus.
continue.
Everything is followed exactly, and the conditions are not vague. For example, Jubilee says that if someone knowingly breaks the Sabbath, they are to be cut off from their people, meaning removed from the community and treated as if they no longer belong.
That's mooish.
Uh-huh.
That's totally mooish.
Yes.
This was exactly the stuff that like Jesus was angry about.
There's another book that they left out of the Bible. It's called the Talmud. And
actually, you have to understand the Talmud was actually written like far before the Bible. We just like stored it in a secret place, and oh look, here it is. I mean, this is the other thing that I was reading up on some of this stuff about Twitter about like the Dead Sea Scrolls and all this sort of shit. There's this guy Richard Carrier who all the fucking Jesus was mooish, Christianity is a mooish slap. All these fucking people, they love to fucking quote him, right?
Yes.
And a lot of the time they'll just like rip his ideas wholesale, and they won't even like say that it's from him, right?
Yeah.
And then just like, oh, don't you realize the Dead Sea Scrolls? And people are like, listen, they only found those in like 1960. Like, oh,
Suspicious.
but it's so old. How the fuck do you know? Oh, well, science.
Yeah.
Science told us, magical science.
Yeah, man. Do a look. Put on your conspiracy goggles or your discernment, as they call it, and go look into the history of the Dead Sea Scrolls. You will roll your eyes so much it's crazy. Now, I'm not
really?
I'm not saying they're fake, but I have a friend who does this kind of thing for a living.
Right.
And when I asked him about it, he basically said, "We don't talk about those." Because
really?
I'm not making any claims here, but if you look into the story of the Dead Sea Scrolls and you look at it with an ounce of skepticism, you realize that they just so happened to be discovered in a certain part of the world at a very certain time. And the History Channel ran a whole series about the Gospel of Judas.
Yeah,
from the same place. But anyway,
really, would that place happen to be Israel? Just out of curiosity,
I'm not making any claims. They're all sandboxes to me, man. I'm just a podcaster.
Seriously, they discovered them in Israel.
Did they? I don't know. You'd have to look it up. I can't freaking
I don't know.
remember.
Chat, can someone
find out who found them?
The Dead Sea Scrolls. Is that the Nag? Is that the Nag Hammadi?
Oh yeah, that one too. Dude, it's been too long. I'm rusty on this stuff.
Okay,
We need chat. We got to get chat to step in. Olara needs the chat wheelchair right now.
Okay, right. Let's get back to the weird AI slot, shall we?
Yep.
In some cases, the punishment goes further and is described as death. That is very different from how most people understand it today. So this is not just an expanded version of Genesis. This is a world where heaven is actively managing what happens on earth in a very direct and strict way. Now look at how this tradition explains the origin of evil. Most people grow up with a simple version from the Bible. A serpent appears, speaks to Eve, she disobeys God, and that act brings sin and suffering into the world. But the Ethiopian tradition, especially in texts like Enoch, describes something much more organized. Specific beings, called watchers, come down to earth on purpose. The text gives their names like Semjaza and Azazel. They agree to leave their assigned place in heaven where they were supposed to remain and enter the human world even though they were not allowed to. Their goal is clear. They want to live among humans, take human wives, and share knowledge that was not meant for people. And when
So demons.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So this is just
okay. So apparently, they were found in Qumran, which is in Israel or the West Bank. And the Nag Hammadi were found in Egypt. Yeah, the Nag Hammadi are the Gnostic ones. Yeah, I think that's like the Gospel of Judas and stuff. They're like the proper Gnostic ones.
Yeah.
Anapati, as per the Gospel of Judas, the physical manuscript known as Codex Catharchos was discovered in Egypt in the 1970s, likely in a cave near El Minya. Right. So, I mean,
all this text just happens to be dug up after the establishment of a certain state that likes to do Hollywood stories about shepherds finding a cave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Color me skeptical about that. And it just so happens that, when I was growing up, the Dead Sea Scrolls that was just something we talked about all the time. All the time. Recent discovery. It proves everything. Oh my God. It's so real. National Geographic is running articles about how real they are. And they just have a couple minor differences, but it just proves that Jesus is real. And that's true because National Geographic said so. They saw it on the Dead Sea Scrolls. Do you see why I'm a little
skeptical?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I bet the History Channel has like done shit on this as well. And like I'm just immediately suspicious of this shit now. Basically, right?
Well, look how it's being weaponized.
Yeah. So the penalty for like disobeying the Sabbath is death. Well, that's Moodyism, right? Like that's literally the Pharisees.
Yeah.
And supposedly demons come down and mess with like human women, and we should like what the fuck is this?
When they come down, they do not come empty-handed. One of them, Azazel, teaches humans how to make weapons: swords, knives, shields, armor. Think about that.
What does that sound like to you?
Warfare is not something human.
What the fuck?
What does that sound like to you? Come on, man.
I mean,
sounds a bit Promethean.
Well, obviously, right? Like, but I mean, again, right? Like, humans couldn't invent anything by themselves. Like,
right?
I mean, really? Like, we have to. You got to invoke like weird angels and shit to explain like basic metallurgy.
Yeah,
that shit was invented by the fucking Greeks for fucks, or even earlier. What about the sea people, right? The Bronze Age. Don't worry about it, I guess. Fucking.
You can slowly figure out. It is introduced. Other beings teach how to work with metals, how to manipulate materials, how to use knowledge in ways that give control. At the same time, they introduce things like altering appearance, feeding into vanity and comparison. So what is taken is innocence, the original state where humans did not operate this way. What is lost is the boundary between heaven and earth, that clear separation that once existed. And what enters the world is something new. Violence that spreads fast. Corruption that does not stay contained. The text is very direct about this. Human evil was taught. It was structured. It was brought in from outside. Now you start to see why these books still exist. Ethiopia was protected by more than distance. Deserts, mountains, and unstable trade routes made it extremely difficult for outside powers, especially the Roman Empire and its church authorities, to reach and control what was happening there. So when church leaders began removing certain books elsewhere, those decisions never reached Ethiopia. No orders, no councils, no forced changes. While others were cutting the story down.
Wait. Wait, hold on a second.
Hang on, I was listening to that. I'm just kidding.
I'm hardly like a Christian historian, but My understanding is that Ethiopia was part of the early church. Like, sussy.
We got another one. Fed Nugent, my man. When I was a young teenager, I went and saw the Dead Sea Scrolls on display. They aren't legible. You can't convince me anyone can reliably read them. That's exactly what my friend who works with papyri and ancient texts said.
No shit.
It's. I don't want to make any claims. I don't want to piss anyone off, man.
Look, just qualify your claims. Just be like, you know, go on, it's a podcast, mate, right? Like, make the claims.
All right. So I don't do this for a living, but he does. And if you can't read it, you can't translate it. If you look at the National Geographic stuff and all this stuff about these texts that were dug out of the desert, they have to use all of this scientific stuff to look at it and like analyze layers of the paper in order to find like ink or whatever the hell they were using back then, and then they piece it together like that. It's almost like it's 3D or something like that. And they still can't read it, so they have to guess. Which reminds me a lot of how Israeli Hebrew was constructed.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
It's the same thing.
Precisely.
Sorry, I'm fired.
No. This is actually very, very interesting. You know, because I used to be like, you know, well, the Dead Sea Scrolls, don't you know, right? Like they're old and older the better, obviously, right? Like, you know. Yeah. This dude, like, you know, wiped his ass on a piece of paper. Oh my God, it's from like 2000 BC, right? The truth must be contained within.
Yes. All of this stuff is part of a far older mythology than the one that's in your Bible. I did a whole series on it, and it's something I've been looking into for a long time because it always seems to take on this structure. So when I see something about angels coming down from heaven and bringing the innocent, dumb people technology and teaching them to make war and all of that stuff, I raise my eyebrows and I go, that just sounds like one very particular religion.
Yeah.
That's not Christianity.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Well, I mean, if you've done like stuff on this, why aren't you sharing the knowledge with it? Like, what are
well,
you afraid of?
I'm rusty.
You're gonna get fucking like goy beamed live on the podcast.
No, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I have all these super secrets. I did the research. It's on my podcasts. It's on my old history podcast. We talk about dead people, and it's on an older series on the Clowntown Chronicle called Gnosticism. It's several episodes long, and it was one of the most. I did it a couple of years ago because I saw boomers starting to drift in this direction. And now they're there.
So Nick Nelson says that you're talking about how they used AI to decipher the text from Herculaneum and Pompeii, not the Dead Sea Scrolls. They could read the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Nag Hammadi. Well, I don't know, right? I can't comment. So there you go.
Ethiopia.
No, because the stuff from Herculaneum and Pompeii, right? The translation of that's much later. Isn't it? Like that's quite a recent thing, not the. No, I remember that the Pompeii. No, that's a totally different thing.
He kept everything, and the monks went to extreme lengths to protect it. Some memorized entire books word for word so that even if the manuscripts were destroyed, the text would still survive in their minds. Others wrapped the manuscripts in cloth, climbed narrow cliff paths with nothing but a rope in their hands, pulling themselves up sheer rock faces where one slip meant falling to their death just to hide those texts in places no army could reach. So now you are left with something difficult to ignore. One church, in one part of the world, held onto a version of this story that everyone else slowly reduced. And what that version contains is not just different. It is more detailed, and in some places it is far more unsettling than what most people have ever read, which leads to a very strange discovery. One of those missing books is actually quoted inside the Bible most people own. It is referenced directly, but it was never allowed to stay. The book that was left out, but never left.
Dum, dum, dum.
The book of Jude sits quietly near the end of the New Testament, and most people read past it without noticing anything unusual. But then you reach Jude 1:14, 15, and something stops you. It says, "Behold, the Lord comes with 10,000s of his holy ones to execute judgment on all." This is not just a random statement. It is taken from 1 Enoch chapter 1. a passage describing God arriving with countless heavenly beings to judge the world and expose all wrongdoing. That means a book that is missing from most modern Bibles is still being quoted inside them.
Okay. Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me get the Septuagint up here. Let me get a Septuagint up in here. We're going to get some Bible.
Might I take
up in here.
this quick moment to recommend the Stone Choir podcast?
Oh yeah.
They say all this a lot better than I do, and their research is pretty well airtight. So they talk about this exact kind of thing, and their advice is basically leave it alone. Unfortunately, people aren't leaving it alone.
Yeah. They're really not leaving it alone. Wait, hang on. I think I've got like a PDF copy. They're trying to fucking
What they're trying to charge you?
Because I like search my thing for Bible, and like I've got all this like just crazy, like I've got so many fucking PDFs, right? Like I've just got.
Oh, I thought the evil Catholic Church was reaching through your computer to block you from reading the Word of God.
No, I don't. Oh, for God's sake, you would think, right? They would like have it. Where is it? It's like Jude, right? Jude 15.
Yeah, I said it was Jude 1:14 or something like that.
Jude 1:14. Where the hell is it?
I'll look it up. Oh.
There's been a critical error. See, they don't want you.
I'm telling you,
find out, man. Right? Like
they don't want you to become mooish. The evil Catholic Church wants to keep you from the truth.
Okay, right. Well, screw that. Okay, right.
But okay, let's just pause for a second, right?
Okay.
This is crazy, right? That this has so many million views.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, do views like really equal? Like, how many people are actually watching this, and how many people are just like nodding off in front of the fucking like sofa with this shit on the background? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right. Well, I mean, I would try Jude 14, but I can't fucking like.
Okay, here we go.
Jude.
Let's see. Jude.
Copy on the Internet Archive.
Okay, here it is.
Okay. Do you want to share your screen?
I'll just read it.
Okay.
So this is starting in 12. These people are blemishes at your love feasts. Love feasts. Ooh. Eating with you. These people are your blemishes at your love feast. Don't bring Kool-Aid pineapple. Eating with you without the slightest qualm. Shepherds who feed only themselves. They are clouds without rain, blown along by the wind. Autumn trees without fruit and uprooted twice dead. They are wild waves of the sea, foaming up their shame, wandering stars, for whom blackest darkness has been reserved forever. And now the great moment. 14. Enoch, the seventh from Adam, prophesied about them. See, the Lord is coming with thousands upon thousands of his holy ones to judge everyone and to convict all of them of all the ungodly acts they have committed in their ungodliness, and of all the defiant words ungodly sinners have spoken against him. These people are grumblers and fault finders. They follow their own evil desires. They boast about themselves and flatter others for their own advantage. That's the verse.
Wow. Well, I'm convinced.
Riveting.
All right. That clearly says, like, you know, absolutely, like, they're not, you know, not just saying like, oh yeah, you people suck. You're going to get what's coming to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's keep going.
So now the question becomes unavoidable. How can a book be important enough to be quoted as scripture, but not important enough to be included?
Right. But it's not quoted as scripture. The Jude is just saying, like, remember that guy Enoch who was like fucking talking about stuff.
Yeah.
Now go back to Genesis. Enoch appears for a moment and then disappears. One line says he walked with God and then God took him. No detail, no explanation.
What a cut.
So he walked with God and then God took him, which presumably means, right, he was a godly man and then he died, right? Would presumably be like the surface level interpretation of that. Oh, you just, yeah.
But first Enoch takes that silence and fills it with something very specific. It describes Enoch being taken up and shown visions of heaven, where he sees structured layers of the universe.
Yeah, right. Back up. That was too fast.
That was fucking insane. Where is it? Hang on.
Enoch being taken up and shown visions of heaven, where he sees structured.
Heaven is basically God of War at this point. Fuck.
Layers of the universe. He is shown where the winds come from, where the sun and moon move in fixed paths, and where the stars are kept under command. He also describes encounters where he stands before divine beings who explain what is happening on earth and why judgment is coming. Another area scholars keep coming back to is what the text reveals about events on earth. In that section, it describes how after the Watchers came down, they had children with human women. These children are called the Nephilim. They are described as massive, destructive, and impossible to control. They consume resources, turn against humans, and fill the earth with chaos.
So moose? I mean,
what?
Giant moose.
I don't know if you ever saw the Noah's Ark movie with Russell Crowe.
I didn't.
It's this stuff with a budget. Impressive.
007 says that this is the idea of Enoch becoming the Metatron. Okay, interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
This is where first Enoch becomes very direct about the flood. In Genesis, the flood is described as a response to general wickedness. In Enoch, it is a targeted response. The Nephilim are the problem. The flood is not just punishment, it is a reset, meant to remove what should not have existed in the first place.
Genocide.
That is a very different explanation. Then another detail starts to stand out.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Corey Marler makes this point. He's like, mate, it was this really fucking funny interview, right? So, this reporter went to Knoxville to like interview him, right? And fucking Corey Marler is like, mate, he's hardcore. Actually, he'd probably have me burned at the fucking stake for being Orthodox, quite honestly, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, right. So I'm pretty sure it was this interview. The interviewer was asking him like his opinions on like slavery and genocide. And he's like, well, God does it, so I don't have a problem. and then the same like fucking like news piece, they got fucking James Lindsay because he lives in Knoxville as well, right? But no. Lindsay wouldn't actually talk to Marler, you know, of course, because like Marler would probably fucking like eat him alive, right? And so it's just Lindsay there being like, you know.
I remember that.
Hilarious.
Oh. First, Enoch describes a scene where Azazel, one of the Watchers, is seized, bound, and thrown into darkness to wait for judgment. When scholars compare that to the book of Revelation, they notice how similar the language is when Satan is bound and cast into a pit. The structure of the scene is almost identical, and since Enoch was written first, it raises a question that has never been fully answered. How much of what appears in the New Testament is building on ideas from texts that were later left out? And this is where something much bigger starts to emerge, something that changes how you see Jesus. Inside First Enoch, there is a figure called the Son of Man. He is not described as someone who will suddenly appear without context. He already exists before the final judgment. He is placed on a throne. He has authority over kings and nations. He is the one who will judge the world. These descriptions appear in texts dated between the 1st and 2nd century BCE, long before the time of Jesus. Now, when scholars look at the Gospels, they notice something important. Jesus repeatedly calls himself the Son of Man, and according to many biblical scholars, it suggests that Jesus is stepping into an already existing identity, one that people in that time would have recognized from texts like Enoch. So the truth that begins to emerge is this: Jesus was aligning himself with a role that had already been described in detail before he was.
No, look, black man reading a book.
Uh-huh.
This is fucking brain cancer. Like, what the hell, man?
Oh, this is what your boomers are watching.
Jeez, man.
I know.
Born. And if that sounds like something that could have been added later, the Dead Sea Scrolls remove that possibility. In 1947, a teenage boy threw a rock into a cave and heard something break. Inside are clay jars. Inside those jars are ancient scrolls. Among them are multiple copies of First Enoch, written in Aramaic, dating back to before the time of Christ. And here is the detail that makes it even more striking. Those caves are less than 2 miles from where John the Baptist was preaching. That means these ideas were present in the same environment where the earliest Christian message began.
Uh-huh.
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 These are the kinds of texts Mel Gibson encountered when he began looking beyond the standard version of the story. And the deeper he went, the clearer it became that the version he had grown up with was not the full picture. Enoch shows
Okay,
you
so
who
hold
Jesus
up.
was.
This whole Mel Gibson thing, this is just an appeal to an authority that people have seen in movies.
This is fucking cancer. My God, man. Like,
I know.
oh, dude. Oh, this is fucking just doing my head in.
Should we call it? Have you had enough punishment?
Oh, mate, I guess so, right? Like, look, final super chats, guys. If you want to get your super chats in, sorry to have subjected you to this, but I mean, I don't know. This is what the boomers are watching now.
It's
I mean,
true.
I guess it would sort of make a lot of sense in the context of my Judeo-Christianity and all this kind of like other stuff, right? That just
yes. So the Judeo-Christianity thing is just Judaizing, right? So
yeah,
all the time Protestant ministers and the churches will sit there and give an entire sermon about what this word means in Hebrew, right?
Yeah.
And they'll just dissect it. They'll just dissect it, and that's all that they do. And what we have now is people realizing that the structure they grew up in, say the Christian West, is no longer to be trusted. The government is totally corrupt, and they go, wow, it must be the end of the world. I'm going to dig in really deep. And the fastest way to research this is to watch it on YouTube. And they just get exposed to this.
Yeah, the whole end of the world thing is, I mean, I've got very conflicting views on prophecy, because it seems like it always becomes political, right? But at the same time, it is a good way of warning like a population off from like doing certain things, right? But then again, at the same time, I don't want to say like, it's impossible that people can't, well, very godly people can't like, receive this kind of like wisdom. But then that just opens like a huge can of worms, right? Particularly with the Protestants, because under Orthodoxy, any of this kind of like stuff, you basically got to go and seclude yourself away and be a monk for like 40 years before anyone will take you like seriously on any of this shit. You know what I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in the Protestant, universe, you can just sort of stand up one day and declare yourself to be a prophet. I got the vision. I got to send me money, and I just think that's really fucking. Yeah, that's really fucking bad, right? Like it would be one thing if what's that fucking horrible woman that like Trump is always fucking listening to?
We got another one on Venmo real quick. I think it's really important to read this.
Okay.
JS paid $20.
Nice.
He says, I wish this only worked on boomers. This stuff works on my Zoomer friends way too often, and he's right. So conversations I've been having around here, I'm dealing mostly with boomers, but my Gen Z friends around me are dealing with this with their other friends. And I have seen some terrible outcomes from this personally. People basically wanting to pull an old Uncle Ted kind of thing, but also worse things. This is sometimes paired with substance abuse and it's self-harm. I'll just put it that way.
Fuck.
It drives you nuts, man. I've heard stories from people who were researching this back in the 80s and 90s who had friends who fell by the wayside while getting into it because they went in too deep. They destroyed their lives.
Dude.
And this is the weapon that's being leveled at, boomers who have no answers right now. So, and Gen Z, they're looking for answers too, man. And there's a trap ready and waiting to just snap. So,
and it seems like also they're like systematically like reducing the number of priests as well, right? Like, I mean, hopefully, like the resurgence of the Orthodox Church will get more like okay, so like Paula White is what I was talking about, right?
Yes.
The crazy bitch that allegedly like Trump listens to, although also allegedly he converted to Moodyism, which I could believe right at this point, because like what kind of proper Christian would go to the OHEL, right? Is that what it's called? in New York, it's like Schneerson's like resting place. It's like a Chabad thing. You like write like your wishes on a piece of paper and you chuck it into like the thing. And
Oh, I've heard of that.
right, yeah. You pray for like Rabbi Schneerson to like bless you. Speaking of Rabbi Schneerson, actually, do I have this? There's this crazy clip. Actually, I was going to show it, I think, on this show because we were going to talk more about the aliens thing, but it kind of got like a bit. We'd already like done it twice in a row, and so I didn't want to fucking, do it again.
How are you going to connect Schneerson with aliens?
Oh,
Lord.
Oh, look at this. Look at this, right? So Mr. Spielberg, right? Mr. Spielberg, right? His family are long-time Luboviches.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that actually.
Did you know that the way Schneerson gave out blessings was he'd literally give out holy dollar bills? Right?
You've got to be kidding me.
Dude, I am not even fucking joking. Fucking look at this shit. Okay, so here we have Rabbi Schneerson.
I'm Leah Adler from California. I own the Milky Way restaurant with my dear husband. And I would like to have brachas for all my children and grandchildren and my husband.
You have the name Mark?
Yes, I'm Steven Spielberg's mother also. Steven Spielberg, the famous film director, is my son.
Your son?
Yes.
You have his name also here?
Yes.
Wow.
And it's all here.
Yeah. And I have a good news always. And to go from strength to strength in private affairs and strength to strength about spreading Yiddishkeit in good mood with much success. And have a kosher Freilich and Pesach.
I just came back from Los Angeles. I have a script that I wrote that Hollywood is going to make into a feature film about a Jewish people. I told them that would be nice, but we could not film on the Sabbath, and they seemed to think that wouldn't be a problem. A little bracha, because this is unbelievable.
Yeah, then you have a big bracha, not a little bracha.
Thank you, Rabbi.
God will not bless you. That's a double portion.
Thank you, sir.
God
bless you.
This is Mr. Ginsberg. He's in the motion picture industry.
God will not bless you to be successful and to make the Jewish pictures in a good way.
I will.
Yeah, and God will not bless you.
Thank you.
To be successful.
You write scripts for movies.
God will not bless you to write the right things and to have the right people and for the people around you.
Thank you very much.
And that will be from God belongs to you writing.
Thank you very
much. This is my daughter. She's
you know what this is?
What?
This is our loving fan base in the chat giving us super chats. They're like double portion for you.
we need a nice barocca.
And we're like,
oh my God.
We're like walking up. We're like, we've made a feature stream about
just the idea, right? Like, oh, we're gonna give you like blessed dollar bills. Like, what the actual fuck, man? Like, if you told people this, right, they'd be like, oh no, that's not true, right? You just made that shit up. That's like a fucking stereotype, dude. It's on film. I don't know what the fuck to tell you, right? Like, this is the amazing thing about fucking like Twitter, right? Like all these people with these like video archives just like digging shit up and being like, oh, have you seen this, right? Speaking of this, actually, I do want to like just show this for a bit, right? Okay, so Disclosure D it's coming out, bros. Are you ready for it to be disclosed? Look at these 3 posters, right? Like, and look at, right, like you're a student of propaganda, right? You've studied fucking mass communication, right? Like, oh my God, it's like, a child with like the creepy thing. Oh my God, it's like an eye in the thing. Yes, you massive bastards. We've all fucking like studied like basic propaganda techniques. Oh, today, looking at you, right? The dude with like the horns, like,
yeah,
just fuck off. Like,
it sucks.
oh, it's a white child in danger being gripped by like an alien
with 3
hand.
fingers.
Like
always 3 fingers. Yeah,
always 3 fingers. Yeah,
it's interesting. It's just when you get red pilled on this kind of stuff, and you can go back and watch Flight of the Navigator and see the little symbol on the stairs there, and like, oh, it's so shocking. And then you go back, and for probably a year, you can have fun watching movies you watched growing up, just spotting this stuff.
yeah.
And at a certain point, you're like, it's just the same thing over and over again. Like they've got like 10 tricks and they put them in every movie. Like, what is this? It's not even, it stops being creepy and it starts being silly.
Yes. Yes.
And then it's grating. It's like so like every movie, you've just told the same story that you stole from somebody else, and you use the same symbols to talk about the same things. Oh, haha, my main character is Satan. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, they're supposed to hit you below your conscious level of awareness.
Yeah.
Right. And once you actually like notice the technique being used on you, it loses its effectiveness. And then you just like the thing with the eye. Okay, right? So some bright spark, and they use this in the UK, right, all the time. Okay, some bright spark figured out that if you put like a pair of eyes on a poster and stick it up somewhere, right, people subconsciously behave like they're being watched. Okay, so you see these posters like all around fucking like London, right, with like it's just a pair of like eyes. It's so 1984, right? It's like Big Brother is literally fucking watching you, because it alters people's behavior. It's the same fucking like thing. But once you get wise to the technique, it no longer works. Which is, I mean, I don't know, man. The boomers are being one shot by like fucking AI videos. Like, how many people do you think are gonna, oh, it's disclosure day, or we're about to be like given the truth. Everything I know is a lie. We must protect the nation of Israel. Fucking mate. Anyway, just because that was in my folder for tonight, but I didn't find like a place to like stick it in. So
Perfect.
So there we go. Right, folder completed. It's the last moment. Shall we? Have you got any last check Venmo again before we go?
Yes, of course. Let me real quick check.
Don't want to leave anybody out.
There's still time, everybody. I am a boomer, so it takes me forever to open my phone.
That's right. Get in your super chats now. It will make you much more sexier. I can guarantee. Right, you can go up to that cute girl that you got your eye on, right, and you can be like, I gave a super chat to clown-based Lifeforms, and the woman will be like, "Oh my god, oh, you're my hero. Take me now." That is an absolute true thing that happens like all the time, right?
Get them in now, everybody. You wouldn't want to not be looks maxing.
That's right, exactly, right? Like, forget looks maxing, right? Just be like Rabbi Schneerson.
Oh, well, it looks like that's it. The boys are out of gas, and you know what? That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
We appreciate everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Oh, wait. We got one final one. Oh, mate. Fucking here we go.
Nice.
Watermelon. More Warmelion. Warmelion? Oh, who cares? Thank you very much, Warmelion. Wait, hang on. Oh, I've got to show the window. I can, because that's how that
Watermelon.
the most dangerous melon of all, right? Hey, Fist, my man. Oh, wait, hang on. I got a few details. Hey, Fist, my man. Been taking a break from the chat boxes lately, just enjoying listening to your collabs while working to save the white Western world at my desk. I'll see you back on Rumble when I found a cure for Artie's jungle kitty addiction. So thanks, Kalergi. I appreciate that, man. I really, really do. I appreciate that very, very much. Hey,
we did get one more.
We did get one more. See, there you go.
Once again from JS, he says, have you guys seen how Cleave to Antiquity have exposed the anti-Muslim YouTube Christians are sending all their converts to synagogues?
Really?
Yeah. He says, my username is Jammers3075. You can use that. Okay. And as I was looking at it, we got another one from Fed Nugent.
Nice.
And he says, the problem with telling a women you're in the clown-based community, they always want a cream pie after. Oh my God.
It's true. It's true. Right. I gotta keep it on the down low.
Now, just
right? Because I'll be like, ladies, I'm a married man. I'll be like, oh, Newsfist, I need to have your baby.
just to jump back.
It's frightening. You know what I mean, right? Like,
yeah.
Obviously, only white women, so it doesn't happen very often where I am. But
sure.
right, if there are any like hot white women within like 10-mile radius, again, probably not many actually, they'll just come flying towards me like a magnet. They'll be like, oh my God, it's Newsfist, impregnate me now.
I need your alien brain. But
that is also a real thing that totally happens. Sorry, Aaron, go on, mate.
I'm sorry. I just real quick want to say I didn't want to just read right past that. I want to know about this Cleave to Antiquity channel. Check
it out. Stick it into YouTube.
Yeah, I am gonna check that out because that sounds interesting.
So the claim is that the anti-Muslim Christians, they're trying to send them all to the synagogue. I didn't think the synagogue's hiring all of a sudden. I thought they were like very exclusive, or do they have like separate synagogues for the goy?
No, this is a common thing actually. Yeah, the anti-Muslim YouTube quote unquote Christians are sending their converts to synagogues. Yeah, that's common. That's actually a very common thing.
Oh, fuck.
It's like a mini pilgrimage. I wish I was joking, man. This is kind of stuff I grew up with and I just like took for granted until
sorry, go on, mate.
Until I encountered, actual Christianity, but I had to read books that were older than 50, 60 years old to find it most of the time because it's all modern Christian literature. Well, not all, but good chunk of it. It's just wrapped up in all of this stuff, this worship of our elder brothers in the faith, man. Like I grew up with this. So it's just not surprising to me that the boomers that I know that have, come of old age, so to speak, are now into this kind of thing. It just fits.
Fucking hell. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, we're creeping up on like 2.5 hours. So let's bounce out. Thank you so much, everyone who super chatted. I really, really appreciate it. In fact, thank you all the chat, particularly all the religious autists, filling in our knowledge gaps. Much, much appreciated. We will not be doing next week because I'll be traveling. So there will be a break, but the week after we will be back with another clown-based Lifeforms. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. And final last words, Aaron?
Check out my podcast, Clowntown Chronicle. Good night, everybody.
Good night.